Just give us a bit of a roundup of the other big news of the night from around the EU.
Yeah, I think one of the big stories that we're already seeing being painted here tonight is the so-called green wave. The Greens also did really well in Germany and other European countries. In the Netherlands, they were expected to do well. They didn't do quite as well as they had hoped. But that is a big story. And actually behind me, the leaders of the Green group are addressing journalists right now. And they sound pretty happy with tonight's results. According to kind of an initial projection estimate. It is very, very preliminary, but they're putting the Greens at fourth place. They would theoretically have around the same number of seats as the populist bloc that Marine Le Pen is trying to form with Matteo Salvini, if that bloc ever does get formed. But certainly this is a good night for the Greens, not a great night for establishment parties, but I would say not as bad as maybe some of them had feared.
All right, we will be going into those individual countries in a bit more detail with our other correspondents, but just staying with you for the moment, Dave. I was mentioning turnout, very much up here in France and replicated elsewhere around Europe by the look of it.
Yeah, that's the other big story of the night. Turnout in these European elections have gone down every single election since they started in 1979. So this would be the first year that actually sees the turnout go up. And I think that's a reflection of the place that European politics has risen to in terms of media coverage in Europe and also kind of some of the big issues that are on people's minds. That pattern in France is being repeated everywhere, I would say, with the very notable exception of Italy, where it looks like turnout is actually significantly down from 2014. That may be because of the weather. I'm told it was a pretty bad weather there in Italy today, but really the Italian turnout is bucking the trend for the day, which has seen turnout significantly up in almost all EU countries.